Who you texting?
Nobody. I'm cleaning off my phone.
You're doing what?
Cleaning my phone, like the tabs. I don't like tabs open on my phone. You know, like if you have
I
an
know
app
what you
open.
mean.
Yeah.
I hate tabs open on my phone.
Yeah, that's why I clean them up.
So you clean up your phone, you organize your phone.
Yeah, all the time.
Matt will have, when I grab his phone, or not grab his phone like that, but when I take his phone, or if I need to do something, I naturally close out a tab when I'm done, and then I like scroll all the way through, and I'm like, what?
Why there's so
Why
many
are
open?
these open? He's like, it's my phone. I can have them open if I want to. And I'm like, no, you can't have those open if you want to. It's just the weirdest thing. How was your week? What have you been doing?
Right. So it's beginning of the week. It's super busy, right? We had a pretty busy weekend, kind of similar to yours last weekend. I think you went to a gala.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Gala,
Yeah.
whatever. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Same for us last weekend. So that was a bit of a mad dash, like trying to get things ready, preparing for it. And then I think I've shared with you kind of the challenges we've had with like childcare. Would you call that child? Yeah, like sitting services. For the most part, we've been
Childcare.
Yeah, we've been through so many like sitters, right, and nannies over the last couple of years. It was just like finding the right people, and then when we do, it's just a matter of either like they may be in college or things of that nature, or either they're no longer, providing that type of service. They're just focusing on what their main careers, or either they're moving. But yeah, I mean, all in all, we had a pretty good weekend. It was nasty weather here in the city, so that wasn't fun. And then this week has been a mad dash. I have a personal event coming up, right, social, so just kind of getting ready for that. But it's just like, at least the weather's nicer today.
It is nice. It is very warm. It's not very warm, but it's very sunny and it's beautiful. What
about your weekend?
We'll get to my weekend.
Oh, well, I'm intrigued.
Don't be.
Okay.
But I wanted to ask you the whole nanny situation, the childcare situation.
Yeah.
Do you think you go through a lot of childcare individuals because you are very particular, or because you see one thing and you're just like, she's out of here? Or do you think it's just the service has gone down exponentially over time? The quality.
Yeah, the quality of service. I think it's a combination of things, and I wouldn't say it's so much on our part, and it's not just me saying it's not me, it's them. It really isn't. It's more so where it has been unfortunate to where if we have found someone good, they're no longer wanting to do sitting. Like, we've had a lot of teachers, and that's like a side hustle that they're having. So a lot of the people that we've had come into our house for childcare, for sitting services, it's a side hustle. Either they're a student, right, and they're kind of done with school, or they're finishing up and they just need to focus, and they're no longer providing sitting services, or either, right, like it was a teacher, like an educator that we had, and she's no longer doing it, but super sweet, right? So that's unfortunately the people that have been really great for us have been. As far as anyone else that I have let go, as far as any nannies previously, it's just things that didn't work out. It was a matter of someone who was taking job interviews in my living room and then asked me to watch my own child so that she could take that interview.
Been there. It wasn't an interview, but it was something real bad. Continue on. Oh, that little girl. And then had the nerve. I'll tell you the story, but the nerve later. She tried to shoot her shot with my husband. Why he's still married? This happened maybe...
In my house?
No. We had moved here, and he was doing a show back home, and she sent him a personal text message. Yeah, but go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know if I can. I don't know if we can move forward past that point.
Baby girl tried, and I'm sitting there right next to him. He goes, ooh. And I'm like, what? He goes,
who responded? You or him?
He wouldn't let me. Now, you know me very well. You know me very, very well. Okay, so this girl, she used to babysit. Not babysit. She was more of a nanny, because I went back to work. I took a year off, and then I went back. I was on light duty because I had just gotten back, but I went back to work nonetheless. So we'd hired someone to watch our oldest beforehand. So because Matt would be working downstairs, he was working on his book, finishing his book, and then I would go back to work. That's what it was. That's why we ended up hiring her. She would show up in these itty bitty, teeny weeny outfits. And I get it. She was 19, 20 years old. Like, I wore a little teeny weeny outfits, like, but I also knew when I was showing up to work, whether it was somebody's house or not, to dress accordingly, to dress appropriately. You're watching somebody's daughter. I never had a problem with it. I just be like, oh, her body nice. Okay, one day I'm gonna get back there, whatever. And then it came to the point where she came to work with no bra one day, like, and I'm like, my husband is here. Like, what are you doing? And it was just super overt. You're in somebody else's house. It's not your place. It was just like, I was like, all right. So I just walked out and went to work. So that was the first issue that always popped up. The second, she would always, when I would get back home, she was already on a call, whether it was like the utilities company, water, whatever it was. She was trying to pick up a package. She would wave and then run upstairs while on the phone and just leave baby girl right there. I'm like, you not off the clock. You work an hour more from when I get off, so I can put my gun away. I can put everything in the safe. I can get this dirty uniform off. I can take a shower. And then Matt came up a couple times and she was on her phone, not paying attention to her. So I guess one day she was getting her coffee and my girlfriend sent a picture. It's like, hey, I see your baby. And she sent a picture to me. She had her coffee, 2 headphones in her ear. Baby girl turned away from her and just holding something, just like playing like with a toy and just like looking around, not paying attention to my child whatsoever. Matt was like, that's it. Because he had literally just had a conversation with her a week before saying, get off your phone or something. And she was like, well, I'm trying to help my boyfriend and he goes, this is the nicest way I can say this to you. I don't care. And I walk in the house when he's saying that, I'm like, oh shit. I close the door back like this ain't got nothing to do with me. But so before I get like too off, so we fired her. And then randomly, I guess when the phone would come up with new pictures, we fired her and I decided to stay home. But when it would come back with like, what's the anniversary picture or this day, 1 year later on this day, she will memories. Yes. She will always text us in a group, hey, this picture just popped up and I thought about Maya. Hope you guys are all doing well. She sent it like clockwork, but it was to both of us. Then she sends him a message. I guess he has a show in Philly. And, before that, she would send group messages like, hey, not sure if this is long shot, but I want to get into this show. It's sold out. Do you think you can help me? Like, girl, bold. And I just let Matt respond because it ain't got nothing to do with me. Yeah. She asking you. She just putting in a group text. And then even asked to get into other people. Like, yes, it was other people's shows. And
I got 10 other people. Can you get them in too?
Shut up. No. But no, we were in Philly. He got a text message and it was just to him and he goes, ooh, and then just hands me the phone. I'm like, what? And it's literally from her like, hey, you're in Philly. I saw that you have shows. Was wondering if you'd like to get together. Maybe, like, I don't know if it was maybe get together for dinner or maybe like get dinner after one of your shows or just hang out, see catch up, see how we're doing. I said,
I'm doing fine. Thank you.
I went to start responding. Matt snatched his phone and just deleted it and blocked that number real quick. I said, you didn't have to do all that, sweetheart. Let's invite her back to the hotel. Hey, come on. Won't you come back to the hotel? I said, you go get your drink and I'm going to wait for her to come so I can have a little chit chat with the girl. Maybe she thought we're divorced because I stay at home with the children more. Maybe she wanted to shoot that shot. Maybe I know what the little tyke wanted to do. I know what the little tyke wanted to do. But that's one thing I just never have to worry about with Matt. Like, both of us, we just have zero desire to put up with anyone else's bullshit but our own, each other's. But it's like, she tried. And that's the end of story time with Brittany.
Ooh.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we have, they've never tried their shot with Victor. And, even if they did, what I would say.
Go. Yes, you would say, just bring him back on the first of the month.
Exactly. Yes, that's all I need. Actually, I don't need to because I'll have it to Apple Pay. So we good to go. Everything is already, already got the bills on auto.
Believe it.
Well, my thing is that I don't have to worry about Victor, even though I'm like, ooh, go.
Because he loves you.
Yeah, he does. He's so loyal. But he is. He's so loyal.
She's so full of shit, bro. She is so full of shit. And I can't even look her way when she does stuff like this.
He's so loyal because I think if he was ever put in one of those situations, he wouldn't even know what to do with his hands.
Like you?
Yes, he'd be like,
What
hello.
What if it was Megan Thee Stallion?
I told him, because that's his girl, right? That's his one person.
I know that's his girl.
But I told him, I was just like, yeah, I have no problem giving him a hall pass for that. Because I was just like, I'm not even worried. Even if he did, great, good for you, buddy. But I don't even think he would be able to do it, because I was like, you would get there, you wouldn't even know what to do with it.
Oh!
Yes, I did.
Oh!
Yes, I did.
Victor he just tripped and he don't even know what happened.
He don't even know what to do with it. But I was just like, it would probably be one of those situations like where he's gonna probably get really upset at this. I feel like because it's your one person, I'm gonna say it. Okay. I think it's because it's your like one person, because you're probably overly excited or probably like, oh my gosh, this is happening, and you know how you can't get like mind and head together. I think it may be one of those type of situations where you wouldn't be able to like follow through because of the fact you're like, I need a second.
Or maybe he'd be like, you know what, this is my chance to prove I'm about to lay that shit down.
No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't.
You don't even have to.
No, he wouldn't. I think he would, and he was just like, I can't. Like, Victor is very much moral based for the most part. I mean, he plays around and wants to be this type of person. Like, yeah, I'm like this. Victor, right? What I say goes. Not really. But I think when it comes down to it, because he's very much a family-centric person with most things. When it comes to that, he's very much so into like, marriage this is what our vows were. And for me, I'm like, ooh, you mean forever, ever?
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Yeah, but no, it's all good.
I'm going to leave that one.
Really? Because you want to know why I say that? And you talk about me, and you're saying something in your head about me. Victor believes that marriages should be on contracts. Like
they are on contracts.
No, like you need to re-up. Like let's reassess in 10 years.
That's called renewing your vows.
No, he's saying like, should we continue on this team or should we try to trade up to a different player? That's how he sees it.
Wait! I just realized.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Time out. Flag on the play.
Okay.
Ugh.
We're going to review.
Let's review. God.
Yeah.
Then if that's the case, he shouldn't have gotten married. You can have like a long-term partner and that partner, a long-term partner. And it's these teeth. It's this Invisalign in my teeth. I can't fucking talk. But no, you can have a long-term partner, get things in writing, get it notarized, and be like, all right, this is it. All right, we're gonna reassess in 10 years. Or actually, you could put that in your prenup. In your prenup. Did you guys do a prenup?
No, I told him I wouldn't marry him with a prenup.
I am so shocked at the both of y'all. Y'all are just contract-driven people. That's why I asked
very much. Everyone signs.
You told me I hired someone new, and you're like, "Girl, you need to get them to hire to sign an NDA."
Yeah,
I'm like,
absolutely.
What?
I was like, anybody that comes in your house needs to sign an NDA.
No.
Yeah. Every sitter.
I'm like, so that just made me think of like, wait, did you guys see that? But no, he could have put that in there.
There's always a thing called a post-nup.
You can still do it.
Yes, we most certainly can.
So I asked Matt. So Matt and I didn't have a prenup. We didn't even think about it. I mean, it was different then. Like I call myself Matt's bottom bitch. Like I was there sleeping on an air mattress with him when he was only allowed to do 8 minutes on stage before he was headlining, traveling the world. Like I was there and I loved him just because he was him. And whenever he tried to be funny, he was always annoying. And I would still say to this, like back then to this day, you're not funny.
Yeah,
Shut
you do.
up. But we never, like I had my own money. He did his own thing, but we never signed like a prenup or even had a conversation about it. And then one of my girlfriends, she's really close. I consider her to be like one of my soul chicks. Like she was like, you guys should have done that. And I was like, we don't need to. We know each other. Like, to a T. Like that's my dude. And she's like, well, you at least need to put something there if he cheats and blah, blah, blah. I was like, he's not going to. Matt will come to me first and be like, bro, I can't do this. I'm out, before he goes and sleeps with someone else. Like I truly believe that in my heart. If I'm wrong, but I truly believe that in my heart. And she goes, you know what? That's just naive. You're naive to do stuff like that. She was like, men cheat. I said, I'm sorry. The men you probably with are cheating. Like, I'm not marrying somebody if I think they're going to cheat. I'm just not going to do that. So it's like that, like really, and then of course it got in my head. So I'm thinking about it all the time. And I was like, Matt, do you want to do a post-nup? Because we were already married at this time.
Yeah.
He was like, for what? I said, I mean, you're this person now, you're making this much now. Like, I understand if you want to. He goes, bro, I was like, it's your money. And he spazzed on me. He's like, stop calling it my money. It's our money. He was like,
Sweet.
if you weren't home taking care of the kids, there's no way I'd be able to do this. If you didn't give me these children, there's no way I'd have my family. He's like, your job is as important as mine is. And I'm like, so is that a no? Before I start crying, I need to make sure I'm still on target with what I need to say. But yeah, no.
I love that.
Yeah, and that's just, he was like, when I put your name on the account, he was like, you should have known right there that. I was like, all right.
You said it.
You said it. So no, we are not contract people.
We are. And so you were saying how you know how Victor and I are as far as like when you spoke about it's not your money, it's our money kind of a thing. And you know how Victor and I have primarily kept our finances separate for the most part. We pay our bills separately, like different insurance. He has his, I have mine, different phone bills. Yes, I have my own phone bill. Like everything is still separate in our relationship, in our marriage for the most part, minus like, the
house.
Yeah, the house, things like that. But
utilities.
as far as, the utilities are on my side.
Okay.
But yeah, everything else, like it's strictly, your things. And then it's so funny you said that because, you said it's your money. So if anybody has watched like the TV show The Game back in the day with like Tia Mowry. Derwin.
Darwin is a scientist.
Yes, it is.
Or a wizard. I don't know. But
scientist.
I'm thinking Marvin.
Oh,
no.
Merlin.
Okay.
Merlin. I'm there with you.
But yeah, Derwin, I never watched the show, but I know what show you're talking about. Yes.
So if you are familiar with the characters, if you're not, you can look it up. There's a character on there, and his name was Jason.
Yeah.
Victor is Jason.
Jason was cute.
Jason's cute, but he was frugal.
Oh my! I'm not saying that's to say Victor's not cute, but I'm saying like Jason. I was like, Jason was the cute one, right?
Yeah,
the light bright yellow boy. Yeah.
This is Victor. Like I told you, where he was talking about where I has shared with you before about the whole like buying my daughter like newer clothes because she's like growing out of them and things like that. Now we're talking about like underwear, and then
we buy new underwear.
Yes,
we do not do hand-me-down underwear.
No, I know that's what we talked about. But yeah, so his thing with that too, and it's just like, oh well, she doesn't need that. Where I told you, he's like, oh, just cut off the feet, and it's new.
Girl,
it's
yes.
Mm-hmm, so he's that way with everything. Goodness, and we know in like today's climate,
that's because he's frugal, not lazy. He's frugal.
No, I said he's frugal.
Yeah,
and so
Matt's lazy.
It's yeah, Victor is frugal in a sense of like, right now in our climate where we have like the and not an egg shortage, but it's a high demand for eggs right now, right? So the prices of eggs have gone up a little bit. I mean, I haven't really noticed because I just pick them up.
You just get, if you need eggs, grab them. Or go to the farmer's market.
I haven't seen it. Victor's looking at it like, oh, it went up a whole $1.99. Okay.
How was he when gas prices went up? Oh, baby.
Girl, that's a whole situation. Where are you driving?
That sports car.
He was just like, where are you driving? He barely drives it ever.
I know.
Like once a month.
He drives his rate mobile.
But for me, when I'm driving every day, he's just like, oh, you got gas again? Didn't you just get gas last week? He was like, where are you going?
Why are you tripping if it's coming out your account?
To another city?
Not another city.
He was just like, y'all need to start carpooling or something.
Oh my God.
Yes, so he's that way.
But go ahead.
But when it comes to things that he like wants, because he loves cars and like timepieces, it's not a question.
And pastries.
This man will eat a whole fucking pie. Yes, this is like candles for me. Okay? A whole fucking pie.
We love our candles.
Oh, God.
Didn't you like how I showed you my candles?
I know. We were on FaceTime a couple days ago, and you showed me your candles. And I was just like, I'm gonna find out who your cleaning woman is, and I'm gonna text her and be like, yo, I'll pay you $100.
And I said, don't do that shit, because I'm gonna send that bitch back to wherever she came from. You know they deporting motherfuckers. You want to try it? Try me. Try me.
Maybe I can hire her. Look, I'm looking for a new cleaning person.
Go right ahead. I'm gonna send ice to your house too. You touch my candles.
I told her to just move them.
You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes.
What if she
send
moved
your ass
to
right back to where you came
had
from?
It in the cabinet.
You know they coming and picking them up in clumps and sending them
to schools. I thought I saw one.
Sending them schools. They sending them to that jail that's in an island.
No. I'm talking about they're now going to like schools and churches because they're allowed to be able to do that. But bringing it back.
Bring it back.
I'm bringing it back to.
Look at you.
I know. Look
at you.
Look.
I'm so proud of
Thank
you.
you.
Oh.
Yeah,
The pie. He eats the whole pie.
Yeah, he eats a whole fucking pie or a cake. And if you say it, my daughter loves. So he's gotten my daughter into sweets now, where she's obsessed with Danny Go-Go off of like YouTube, and she's like
It's
pumpkin
just Danny
pie.
Go.
What I keep saying, Go-Go. They say it in Wisconsin, Danny Go-Go.
Danny Go.
Yeah, that's the thing. But they say it when she's saying it. They go Danny Go-Go.
Oh, it must be one of the songs. But go ahead.
It's his little intro. Anyway, he has a song called Pumpkin Pie, and she loves pumpkin pie. And she's like, pumpkin pie, pumpkin pie. And she's obsessed.
Pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie. And she did a little wiggle. Yeah.
I love the way Danny go be dancing in them
He
videos.
does.
I'm like, Matt, go try that. Go.
Listen, he shaved his chest hair. In his earlier videos, he had chest hair, and I was like, why does he have his shirt all open? I was like, you need to button that up. And you know, I like hair, but I was like, this is a kid's show, sir. It's a little inappropriate. And so I noticed in the later videos, he like shaved his like chest hair.
Why you keep looking at the camera when you talk? I'm right here. I'm trying to figure it out.
Because I'm talking to the people to let them know.
They not there.
They there. Like,
I just want to know. I have you itching?
Yeah.
Why do I have you
I don't
itching?
know. I think I rubbed up on something.
Or you got the measles.
I ain't got no measles and
it's
no
supposed
mumps.
the rash supposed to be on your face.
Where did we go?
I don't know.
Where did we go? Where did this go? No. But yeah, she likes the pumpkin pie. I'm like, where did it go? But yeah, he's obsessed with sweets, and he talks about like, oh, I didn't do that bad, but he just bought a whole fucking king cake, and my daughter keeps looking at it, and he's like, oh, there's a baby. That's a baby cake. I'm like, it ain't good for you. It's gonna make you sick.
I found a king cake at the farmer's market gluten-free stand.
Was it good? Or you
I didn't buy it.
Yeah.
Y'all don't realize
You're a sweets ones.
I love sweets very much, but the moment I eat one Danish, I put on 17 pounds.
That sounds about right.
That's
like
why
you take one bite of something. For women, I feel like we take one bite
and
of
that's
something.
it. Oh, we were supposed to talk about body dysmorphia one day.
Ooh, did you want to talk about that today? You not into it? Okay, cool.
I mean, I'll say that I think I'm a chunky bitch, but I'm not. I'm a skinny little girl. But no, I'm not as skinny as I used to be. Matt said, he goes, no, I was talking to you about this. I was like, I think I should get lip filler because my lips aren't as plump as they used to be. And I showed you the pictures of how they looked and how it looks now. And I was like, I want lip filler. And I went and told Matt, I know I'm not going to get it. I don't know if I'm going to get it. Okay.
No.
But I went and showed Matt.
Why are you looking there?
Because I'm looking at Allie. I'm talking to a real person. I'm not looking at a camera pretending like there's an audience right there.
No, I'm talking to your people.
My people.
Yeah.
Anyway, I showed Matt the pictures and he goes, no. He goes, absolutely not. And then he goes, your lips look the same, but you were 90 pounds then. So everything, you had no fat in your face whatsoever. And I was like, oh shit, I could barely fit into a 00 when I met Matt. So I was very small. But now that I've had children, well, I put on happy weight. Matt says he molded my booty. And he goes, I molded that thing from scratch. It's like, nigga, sit down. But no, I feel different. And I feel like I'm chunky. I feel like I'll sit down and my stomach isn't flat anymore, or I'll stand up and I just ate, or it's not as flat as I want it to be. And I'm looking at myself, and then I think I have body dysmorphia. But I think it's just, it may not be body dysmorphia. It may be an actual, just a self-conscious thing, and I'm picking at stuff.
I'm not an expert, right? Excuse me.
You okay there?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, you're excused.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. You're not an expert, but
yeah, I'm not an expert. So, I mean, this is only in my opinion. I think it's like a personal thing, especially because as women, our body goes through so many different changes. And then especially when you have gone through pregnancies, regardless of the result of the pregnancy, your body changes so much. It expands, it shrinks, it expands, it shrinks. It's doing all this stuff. It stretches
in places it shouldn't be stretched.
It shouldn't. And just our hormones in general, just the chemicals. And it's just never the same. I don't care what people say, like, oh, she got the snatch back or she got back. my thing is just like, even if you do, it's so hard to get back to better than you were before, or even back, even if it's just like, oh, I just woke up like this kind of a thing. It's not, because something still isn't right from where it was beforehand. Whether you got one titty that's smaller than the other, or either, right?
Yeah. 2 for 2, Shana. You 2 for 2 right now. What else?
What else? Damn.
Come on, friend. What else you got for me?
Or either you sweating all the fucking time like I am, right? I thought I was hitting early menopause at one point in time, because I'm just
probably
like,
are.
what?
You know you old. Sorry, continue. What happened?
I am hot.
Don't you touch that thermostat.
And so, yeah, and I'm hot. Oh, she is going to tell him to turn that air conditioner down. Thanks, girl.
Oh my God.
But yeah, it just goes through so much, right?
Twilight Zone.
and your skin, right? My skin changed so much after baby. And the thing is I was breastfeeding. You okay? You need some water?
No, I choked on my snot.
I got that water.
I don't know how to octul, so it gets stuck.
Do you want me to get the baby to?
No. I want you to finish your story
Okay.
before I hit this bell on you.
Okay. Well, it would be you. You stopped me.
It was an accident. No, you were concerned. You stopped yourself to check on your lovely
Yes,
friend.
I am.
I just got boogers galore in my nose, and I'm gonna get up and blow it once you finish your story.
Shit.
It's a personal thing. After we have kids,
Yeah,
our
yeah.
body
And my
changes.
face changed so much after baby. Like, and I was breastfeeding my daughter, so I went to the dermatologist. I'm like, and I never had like really bad acne growing up or in high school.
You have really clear skin. Yeah.
Thank you. It is this week at least.
Okay.
But even, I mean, I still get like blemishes here and there. Girl, so much so to where my daughter told me one time when I picked her up from our joint school at that time, girl, she was just like, I put her in the car and she was like, oh, mommy. Did I
The
tell
day
you
when she told you need to go get a facial.
Yes.
Ooh,
Girl, she was just
baby.
like, oh, mommy,
Children
you
are
have
very honest.
She was like, you have a blemish. She was like,
A blemish? She used the word blemish?
Because I've used those with her.
Okay.
And she was just like, oh, mommy, you have a blemish. You need to get another facial. She's so cute. You still want one? You sure? Because they get real quick.
They keep you grounded.
Is it grounded?
Yes, they keep you grounded and humble. And that's another thing, like the body dysmorphia I was telling you about. Like,
They need to sit down.
Oh,
Go ahead.
no, I was saying that like my arms. I don't like my arms. I have really big arms, like my whole family does. And Matt calls them lunch lady arms. We got lunch lady arms. You know what it is when he says it. He goes, "You got a family of lunch lady arms."
I cannot.
Yes, he does. Yes, he did. This is what I live with. So he said that, and I remember I was talking to my cousin one day. Even my daughter has even told me, like, "Mommy, your arms are so big and soft and fluffy." But even before I started toning my arms and stuff, but even before, I was talking to my cousin one day, just talking to her like, "Oh, I don't like wearing these shirts. I hate it because my arms." Her daughter was asleep, but she woke up like maybe an hour later, came down and goes, "Cousin Brittany, why are your arms so big?" And I'm just like, all right. All right, it's time to do something about these arms. Yeah, so that's body dysmorphia. But that was after having kids. Before, I mean, I think we all thought we were bigger when we were younger, and now we're like, oh, I want to go back to that time where I thought I was big and I wasn't. But I just try to love myself and not say anything negative about my body in front of my girls. Like,
Absolutely.
I'm very positive in front of my girls because I have just retraining my brain, like the baseline, like I told you about the psilocybin, just to be a more positive person, or just be present and intentional with the things I say. So that way, when I say something, I'm like, I always mean what I say and say what I mean. But for the most part, like, y'all know I'm not playing. I've said this. This is exactly what I mean. It's exactly how I feel.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. I don't know. Switching gears.
Yeah.
I realize I don't know what episode this is, and it doesn't really matter, but would you like to introduce yourself to the listeners, if we have any?
Oh, yeah. Thank you, one listener.
Yo, mama.
Kidding. My mama, she ain't gonna want to hear what I gotta say. She was like, Shana. She's super conservative.
Oh, I may like your mama.
I don't know.
Oh,
She'll be like,
that's a different type of conservative.
Oh no,
Okay,
she's
never mind.
like, yeah. Like, why would you say such a thing about your
Also, she's you.
husband? No, she's way more conservative than I am. Where I'm just like, girl, like, chill out. Because even when I've gotten Botox, and I used to get Botox like every 6 weeks because
Your metabolism,
my
right?
metabolism was so high, it would break down so quickly, and I would get pissed about it. I haven't had Botox in like 2 months, just because I just wanted to take a break from needles because I hate getting poked. And so she did not bring out this fucking bell.
I brought a bell
This moment.
because it starts going into story time with Shana.
Well, I'm bringing it back to my mama.
That question
was your
wasn't about
question?
your mama's. Who are you?
Hi, my name is Shana, and I'm fairly young for the most part. I'm a Sagittarius.
liar.
I like long walks on the beach. I'm currently still hot, waiting on that AC to come down. I have a daughter, and I'm married happily. And I'm just here kicking it and chilling with my friend, and I'm so glad and blessed to be able to have this time with you. I honestly super love having this time with you because I get to have more one-on-one time with you than we have had prior to doing this, because I get dedicated time to where you can't cancel on me because you're like, oh, I got something else.
I can't cancel.
I know, but I think I
can.
enjoy it so much because I do get to have it. And it's also like having like, I feel like I get to have time like to be me as an individual. Mm-hmm. And I don't get a lot of that just with being mom and on the go and all that stuff with family life. So thank you. But yeah, that's me in a nutshell, is that I'm here to speak my mind, have some good convo with my girl, and chill.
Love it. Well, I am Brittany. I sound so pretentious. Brittany, Brittany, whatever. I have a husband. That's Matthew. I have 2 beautiful daughters. My oldest is Maya. My youngest is Chloe. We just moved here to Austin, where I met beautiful Shana. And that's all I got.
And you're enjoying the city.
I am enjoying. This doesn't feel like a city to me, though. It feels like a small town. It's a big town. Mm-hmm. It doesn't feel like a city. It just feels like a big town. I mean, I'm enjoying the people I've met, the things I've discovered, the way it's gotten me out of my box. Like, usually when that's why about my weekend. So usually when I didn't have Matt, I would like short circuit with the girls and be like, all right, everyone just sit down. We'll figure this out. Sit down. Don't move. Yeah. But being here, a lot of people are outdoorsy, or it's mm-hmm. warmer, and then there's trails around the house. So it's like we just walk the trails, or we'll go to a playground, or it's just, there's always things to do and safe things to do for my girls. So yeah, I really have enjoyed the move here. I remember Matt hung out. It was Matt and Shane, they're best friends. Shane was in town, I think, for a couple days, and they went to a baseball game. And see, this is why I don't let them hang out unsupervised. Mm. They went to a Phillies game and then came back. And I was like, oh, what you guys talking about? Fanatic. How was it? Whatever. Yes, the Phillies fanatic, yes. It's like, how was it? And they're like, oh, well, we actually decided we're moving to Austin. The hell we are.
What?
Matt, you married to me. You don't make any decisions with him. This is not how this works. And then, of course, Shane's like, yo, stop being, like, what did he say? He goes, I don't know what he said, but basically in little fashion, his same fashion, he's like, yeah, shut up. Listen to me. I'm right. I can do this. We're going. I'm just like, no. Okay. Yeah. But we ended up talking it out, coming up with all the pros and cons, and it worked for Matt. And I had to think of it as if Matthew worked for corporate and his job was like, hey, we're transferring you here. I just have to suck it up and go because he's the breadwinner of the family. And I kept telling myself that, and everything has worked out. It has been phenomenal here. This was the great move. And we told ourselves that wherever we are by the time Maya turns 5 or 6, we'd
figured it out, whether we're staying or
we're not moving her because she had a really hard time adjusting. Like, I miss my best friends. I miss my cousins. Like, to this day, she's like, where are my cousins? Aww. I need cousins time. And so we just pop back to Philly whenever we can. Whenever Matt's not traveling, we're probably in Philly. Excuse me. My family's like, when are you coming back to Chicago? Never. Y'all stress me the fuck out.
You had a good visit the last time.
I didn't stay with none of them.
Yeah, but it was still a good visit.
It was. But I will say the last visit I went to Chicago and I stayed with my mom, the first day, It was bad. Like, I hadn't even pulled up yet. I know I pulled up. I haven't even gotten out the car, and they're coming out the car to tell me to move my parking spot. Like, bro, this is the city of Chicago. I don't care whose house it is. Like, I'm parking right here. It's first come, first serve. Like, little things like I hadn't even gotten out the car. Just got from the airport. It's like they just da-da-da-da-da-da. But I'm done talking. I'm finna hit the bell on myself.
So I
gotta blow my nose. I'm going to walk around. You can continue. I am listening to you.
Oh, well, I was going to continue to the fact where I had a question for you. But,
what's the question? I'm listening.
Well, my question was to you is I know that we originally kind of spoke about like our weekend and kind of things that we had done.
Talk about what?
Your weekend. I want to know how your week has gone so far is what I was asking.
You want to hear me blow my nose?
No, go ahead.
You want to see how loud I can get?
Oh, that is quite loud.
I told you.
I didn't realize it would be so loud.
My weekend?
Yeah.
I'm coming, y'all. I don't want you to see me picking my nose.
You're so funny.
Okay.
Look, I need a refill on my juice.
Your gin and juice?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to sit down. Allie? I got to sanitize my hands. But my weekend, it was good. Matt was gone. He was in Columbus?
Yeah. I just made that up.
Ohio.
Great state of Ohio.
He hit Cincinnati, he hit Cleveland, and now it's time to go to Columbus. So he was there. I'm trying to hold my stomach in so it don't go big because I'm on an angle.
You're so silly.
I just let it out. I know, I'm about to get up in a second. But yeah, so I just had the girls, and it was just, it's this solo parenting.
Yeah.
Like this thing where it just happens a lot because Victor travels a lot, so you're used to it. But it's like, I got two, and they're so different. And then, so it was just, I don't know. It's just tiring. Then Matt gets back and he's sick as a dog now, spiking 102 fever. And you know, men are worse. They're worse than kids when they sick, bro. It's, oh.
You gotta be careful of the individuals that you bring around you when they are sick to ensure that, you're not exposing yourself or your family. You just
to it, exactly.
Right, and it's hard sometimes, you know, especially as parents, right? Because your kids are in school, so you don't know if they're around other kids. You know what my PSA is as a parent? If you're a parent, I get it, but keep your child at home if your child is sick. Okay, quit bringing your child to school if they sick, because you get my child sick, and then I get sick,
and then I get not school. Let me tell you about the ones that brought them to my house. We're gonna pause real quick. Yeah, so about this lady, let me tell you about this lady that came in my house. It was that fake snowstorm here, the one where we didn't even get a 1/4 inch of snow. It was a fake one. Yes, my girlfriend put out a ruler and put it outside. It wasn't even a 1/4 inch of snow.
I've seen a meme.
Yeah, literally, we survived. But no, so we were out, we were sledding.
Ooh.
And to the point, it was just on dirt and mud at this point, because that's all that was left. And Maya was having fun with one of the kids that's across the street, and she goes, you should, and I'm like, oh wait, first I'm like, come on girls, we're gonna go make hot cocoa, let's go home. Yeah. And she goes, you should come to my house, we're gonna make hot cocoa. And then the little girl goes to her mom and says, Maya said I can come to her house. And the mother goes, okay, let's go, instead of saying, well, what did her mommy say? So they come to the house, and I'm telling Matt, so at first they stop at their house to get a certain type of milk because the boy has a milk allergy, which I totally understand. This is fine. But she's carrying him. He's in her arms the whole time. So she comes to my house. She gets on the phone. She forgets she has a doctor's appointment and then dips off for an hour, like a telehealth appointment, and dips off for an hour on the phone. So
in your
her
house.
kids in my house with her
in
kids.
In a room.
In my guest room.
Did
she goes
she
to my
ask
guest room.
To use?
She goes, I'm just going to go here in your guest room. And she may have felt comfortable because the previous lady who owned the house was her girlfriend, was her, like,
understood.
She shot the shit. That was her girl. Kiki Kaka. That was her girl.
Kiki Kaka?
Kiki Kaka. That was her girl. But, so she dips off and does that. Her kids, they've never been around me, never been in my house. And so they just sitting there with me, and I'm like, wow, I'm watching this lady's kids. And which, you know, I get it. She said her husband was out of town. I get it. But at least say something to me. Be like, hey, do you mind? Like, not, I'm just going to go over here real quick. I'm thinking she's going to call and be like, hey, I forgot about the session or the appointment. I need to cancel. That's what I thought she was going to do. But she ended up staying in there for 50 minutes, 55 minutes. And in the midst of that, her son's nose is just running. It's disgusting. And so I get some tissue, and when I grab his head to blow his nose, and I feel him.
Are you blowing somebody else's child's nose?
It was disgusting. I'm a mother. I'm a parent.
Grab a glove.
Here we go. But no, he's burning up. So I take his temperature. His temperature is 101. And I'm like, y'all got to go. He is clearly sick. It's time to go. And then the little girl's like, well, I'm feeling well. And I'll just look at the mother like, tell your child she's leaving. I don't even say, oh, she can stay. I'm just, y'all need to go. And so they leave. And 2 days later, she's like, oh my goodness, I'm such a horrible neighbor.
Yes, you are.
She was like, my son tested positive for flu. Girl, this is after he was sitting right next to Coco, coughing all in her face. The girls were around me when I had the flu, or I managed to keep them away from me. When I had the flu, when I was in bed for 5 days straight, and we live in the same house, they didn't get it. This was a month after. I'm thinking everything's good. And then literally a week after, maybe 4 or 5 days after, Coco starts coughing, spikes of fever, and all that. She gets it. And I'm like, bro. And ever since then, Chloe got better. Then Maya gets sick a week later. Maya gets better. Then Matt gets sick a week later. It's like a domino effect from there, just because you let somebody in your house.
You got to be careful who you let around your family.
Not even around your family, in your house. And don't get me wrong, this neighbor, she cool. She chilling. I see her every so often, but it's like, bro, you had to have known your kid was sick. Like, you had to have known he was warm. Like, you were carrying him.
First of all, you were carrying him. You know that your child was sick.
She needed to have that appointment.
She needed to have that appointment, and she needed some alone time to be able to do so. And the fact that she got an invite, it wasn't even hesitation, because it came to the point where you said yourself, any of us would be like, oh, let me check with her mom as an adult. Let me speak to the other adult and not just a child. And I'm just going to shoo me and my child or my kids inside this person's home that I've never been into. Let me speak to the adult and say, hey,
we have never hung out.
Hey, I'm such and such. I know they had just said, I just want to make sure, is that okay? And if so, I'll bring my son with me if that's okay. I also have a telehealth appointment in about 5 minutes, so I'm going to need about 65 minutes in your guest room. I'm familiar with the house. Do you mind?
Right, that's how the conversation should have gone.
Yeah. Oh, wait, and my son may or may not have a temperature, not sure. But maybe he's just a little warm because of the jacket, even though it's 90.
We'll soon find out.
Yeah, we'll soon find out.
Yes.
My bad. Okay, bye-bye.
Bro, I was livid, like, to the point. And the crazy thing is, Maya, she never misses a beat. We were outside.
You too friendly,
I'm
girl.
too friendly.
You too friendly.
I know, but I did tell her she had to leave. I said, y'all got to go. You have to get out of my house.
And that was nice, because I would have been like, you in here with your sick ass child infecting my house. You need to go.
Yesterday we were outside. So this happened like not even a while ago, like a month ago. Maya was outside and they were outside too. And she goes up to the little boy. It's like, you can't come over my house because I don't need you getting my family sick again, or whatever she said. I don't know what the exact words were, but I went, oh. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's learned behavior.
Yes, it is.
Your crazy ass OCD daughter got learned behavior, and my crazy ass.
You said that about me. Yes.
In your face, daughter. And Maya's the sweetest little girl. She don't
super sweet.
Bother nobody. She's very polite.
Sweet.
She's friendly and nice. But she said, "I appreciate it. You can't come over my house anymore." I'm like, oh my God.
And kids are unfiltered.
They are. They tell you the truth. We just said that they tell you the truth, girl. When I said, oh, I mean, she ain't lied. Y'all can't come over. And the husband was there this time. He was like, oh, this is when I was out of town. I was like, yeah, this is when you was out of town.
And your irresponsible wife brought her and your sick ass child over to my house and infected my house. Yes, sir. This is when you were out of town.
I didn't go that in depth with it, but yeah.
Okay. That's why we've gone through so many nannies. And so
I was going to say, let's circle it back. I don't think the nannies are the issue.
Well, it did. You know what? One of the nannies actually did get my child sick for the first time because she wasn't exposed. It's during COVID too, so it's very much like, we would test them. Like, if a nanny would go out of town or went on an extended trip that was beyond a couple days, or went on a trip period, or went to a party or something.
Live their personal life.
And that's fine. Mm-hmm. But if you went to a party or a concert or something and it was during COVID, we had in the contract that
it was in the contract.
We would test you upon entering our home. And it was a matter of, I wouldn't make them sit outside on the bench. It was, we have a bench inside the house. We'll sit there, we'll test you. And once it comes back, whatever it is, make sure you keep your mask on until it comes back. And we can, if you can move forward or not, as far as like for the day. It was COVID, right? It's me. You guys don't know, I have like 3 to 4 autoimmune diseases.
Oh, this one. Mm-hmm,
so yes.
No,
so for me, I can, it impacts me a lot, my health wise, by putting me at risk if they do. Like for them, it could just be like they just have a bad cold. For me, when I got COVID, I had to go to the emergency room twice. I got sent home twice because they didn't have the medicine to be able to treat me. And I felt like I was fucking dying when I had COVID. Like I literally thought I was going to die. So much to the fact of like, I was going through the sweats and all that stuff. And I had a dream, and this is like a personal thing I'll share with you guys, is that I had a dream and it was the devil saying, if God doesn't answer, I will.
Let me tell you something about that. Okay. Number one,
and I was like, no, not you. Go away. Go away.
You are a child of God, so you don't have to worry about that. But number two, when I did get it, I was having thoughts like, go in the safe, get your gun. Go in the safe, get your gun. Like it mentally, and Matt said he had like weird thoughts as well. It is a lab grown fucking psychological not warfare, but it was a, that was this.
Biological warfare?
Like, no, like it had to have been like a torture device, like something that they made in lab to put out.
Oh, that's WNBA.
Girl, like the fact that you had those thoughts, you okay there?
Yeah, sorry, also.
Okay. Well, have a nice trip. See you next fall. But it's literally something that I think they were using as a psychological weapon. Like other people I talked to had like crazy dreams and thoughts like about death and like your soul being snatched and all these things. Like I really think it was like the beginning stages of like of torturing. But that's me. You know how I feel about things like that. Like you're not. But yeah, go ahead. So you would test your nannies?
Yeah, and I did, just because of the fact that I couldn't have, I can't get sick.
I couldn't risk it.
Yeah, I couldn't afford getting sick because of my autoimmune diseases. And, one of them is lupus. So it just put me at risk in general. So it was important. And that's something that I spoke about with them prior, before hiring anyone, is letting them know, like, these are kind of some of the things that, would be required of the job. Are you okay with it? So it wasn't like me saying, oh, you need to test. It's just like letting them know beforehand, when we would have like a video call, like, hey, these are some things and this is the reason why I'm doing it, making sure, if you do those things, we'll have to test you. And I have the test strips here, kind of a situation.
And you put it in a contract.
And I put it in a contract. So it was something that they agreed upon before they even entered my home for the first time and before they even got a contract sent to them. So it's something that they're familiar with, as well as like taking your shoes off, washing your hands, things of that nature. But yeah, some bitch came up in my house. Yes.
We just got real. Right? We both went, ooh.
Yeah. Came up in my house. At the time when my daughter was super young, like between 18 months and 2 years, I didn't give her any like juice. No juice. Mm-hmm. We still don't. Any additional like seasoning as far as like salt, right? Or like butter, things of that nature.
That was what was wrong with your damn food that night we came over. You need to add some salt to your food.
Well, I try not to for her because I'm trying not to.
What that got to do with me and my plate? But continue.
I put it on my own, but for hers, I typically don't. So originally went, up until the age of like 2, I didn't put any like salt or butter or sugar, like additional things on her foods. And so that is something that I put up front for them to let them know, like, these are the things I don't do. These are the things I expect from you as well. Yeah, so it's a continuation.
These are things we don't do in our household.
Continuity between both the parents and the caretaker. And the thing is that I said for every caretaker is that I was just like, we look to you as a subject matter expert because we are just parents here. You're saying you have this experience within childcare and early child development. We're going to lean on you. We're saying we don't know what we're doing. These are the things that we like, but we want to work together in a partnership for our child to make sure we're doing the right things and cognitively as far as development wise as well, what we can do. So it wasn't like, these are my things, you need to do it. It's just like, we don't know, but these are like the parameters in which of the things that we have for our household. Tell us the things that you're doing are things that we can improve on. What are the things that you're wanting us to be able to provide for you for our daughter? So it's been that. And long story short, yeah, she came up in his house. And I would always order, especially like for date nights and stuff like that, I order them food. And like, hey, I'll buy your dinner kind of a thing.
Nice. It's very nice.
Yeah. And so, yeah, she got like flour child girl and she got like avocado. And she was just like, oh, it's fine to give my daughter avocado. I never given it to her. She was like, yeah. I was like, she didn't like it.
She put
like,
some salt on it?
Hell yeah.
Okay, so she
She gave my daughter fucking salt on avocado. And she was like, really? Because I gave her some. Did you give her what? She told me, oh, did you try what salt? I was like, we don't give her salt. You know that. She was like, oh, when I did, she ate it right up. I was like, so you gave my daughter salt? And she was like, yeah. And she was like, I don't understand why y'all don't. You know you black, right?
Oh my God.
She was like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do when she goes to her friend's house when she's older and she's eating other things?
She reminded you that you black. She said, you know you black, right? She got you. She said, sis. And she's not. No. But for the avocado, I did learn that Matt, when he would make avocado for the girls, I would just cut it and just give it to him. Because I don't like avocado. I've never liked avocado or guacamole. I don't eat it. I just give it to him. He was like, babe, put some garlic salt on it. Like, you're like, what are you doing? So I think that was just like a normal thing for her. But if she signed a contract in the beginning that you know you don't want salt on it, she shouldn't have put salt on there to begin with. And there was
period.
Oh, so you found your black card?
Yeah. It'll go away again. Someone will take it again.
And that's okay. Someone have some shit to say to me because I got a white husband.
But look, I got that shit on Apple Pay, so it's good.
I'm empty.
That's how I feel sometimes.
It's okay. Do you feel empty inside? Do you feel empty?
You know what? My baby.
Your baby what?
Will ask me. She's asked me. She's like, oh, mommy, all my friends have like a sibling. I want a sibling. And I think I've shared with you before of like how I've told her, I was just like, yeah. And she was just like, yeah, I want a sibling or a little brother or a little sister. I was like, oh, baby, they cry all the time. I was like, you don't want one. I was like, they cry. That's all babies do is they cry. I was like, they gonna wake you up.
Babies cry?
I was like, they gonna take you away from mommy. I was like, I won't be able to do special things with
you. Are you really doing that to her?
Yeah.
Are you really? So she gonna come to my house and be like, Maya, do you want me to help you get rid of your sister? Because does she take mommy away from you?
No, you want to know what my baby said yesterday when I was driving home? And she was just like, yeah, with my brother, my brother's name is Sean. He'll be like, yeah, that's my friend. She's like, no, my best friends are such and such, and Maya and Chloe. They're not your friends, okay, Uncle Sean?
I know that's right. She better put her foot down. She better set that boundary.
She's like, they're not your friends. Now. You can't play with them.
He sure can't.
Yeah. So, I was just like, no, you don't want to. They'll take you away from. I was like, we won't be able to do fun stuff. I can't buy you all those toys because mommy will have to be with a baby. I was like, who gonna take care of the baby?
You ain't shit.
Oh, I'm not. But I'm okay with that. Look, as long as I get my point across, she good. I was like, you won't be able to get those toys. And I was just like, you don't want this. She was like, no. She was like, but it would be nice. I was like, she was like, can we buy one? I said, yeah, let's go to Amazon. Let's find one. What you want them to look like? I was like, we can get one with a purple dress. My goodness.
Do you get her black babies or a mixture of black babies and white babies?
You know what?
Or you only get her black babies?
And people will have their kind of feelings about it.
Who gives a shit what people think? But what do you do?
Yeah, so I typically don't buy my daughter dolls. And it's because I never played with dolls. So she has like a couple. She has like a couple, so I'm not big on that.
So you don't get her dolls?
No.
You don't get her baby dolls? You don't get markers? You don't get...
She has markers now.
She has markers now?
She has markers and crayons.
Does she have Play-Doh?
We ain't fucking with Play-Doh. Come on now.
So
I was thinking about the sand shit.
So you'll get kinetic sand before you get Play-Doh?
I haven't gotten any of them.
You are so backwards. Play-Doh is so much easier to clean up than that kinetic sand.
The thing
is, it's not all kinetic.
But the thing is that I thought about it.
But yeah, the fact that you thought about the sand before the Play-Doh baffles me.
I did see it recently within the last week because we had the sitter and I was like, I'll get her something. She kept asking. She's like, is she going to bring Play-Doh? I was like...
Tell her Auntie Britt is going to bring her some Play-Doh.
She was like, but Daddy said we can't have Play-Doh.
Fuck your daddy. And you can tell him I said that right now. Fuck you. What were we talking about? And I said, put Victor on the phone. And I said, I don't remember what it was. I can't remember. He goes, oh. That's what we're doing today.
Yeah. I think we were at the grocery store, girl. Right? And he had just came into the car because we were sitting in the car from the grocery store.
Maybe. I don't know what it was, but yeah. No, tell her I said, fuck your daddy. I'm bringing you Play-Doh and slime. Fuck your mama, too.
I know. You're so silly. Oh, both of us.
You getting
Girl,
all
it's in
the
the contract for the child. We made the child sign with her footprint.
Oh.
Yes, when she was a baby.
Oh, the plot thickens.
Yes.
The craziness in this box of crazy called the Brittany Shana continues on. You are a ball of just nutty cuckoo.
Girl, the baby signed with her foot when she was a child. I will comply with mommy and daddy. But yeah, I told her we could buy one off of Amazon, and she can choose the baby's color, the baby's dress color, and stuff like that. And I was just like, yeah, it's just because you know what the thing is that I just don't know if I would love to give her a sibling. I feel like every child deserves a sibling. I have siblings,
but it's hard when your husband travels,
and that's the reason why.
He travels
that
a
is
lot.
honestly the reason why I'm not okay with it, because of the fact that Victor is gone so much, and it's so much of me being the primary parent during the week alone, and it is so tough. What everything that we have going on my side. Personally, you're so cute, footsie.
But yeah, I get it.
Yeah, and it's so much of me, and because we don't have consistent childcare and finding that right person, I'm honestly spent every single day, and it's tough, especially when he was gone for like 8 days straight. I was okay. It was just really, it's challenging, and I want to cry, and I need time to myself, and I don't even have enough. This is the most adult time that I get during the week is with you.
Oh, baby, I need to bust you out some more.
Yeah, girl. Look, and that's why
I can't have you out here like that, sis.
Come on, bruh. Right. We don't say sis, we say bruh. Yeah. So my thing is just like, I yearn for that. Girl, it was an educational gala that I went to, and it was so bad to the sense where I was just like dancing.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
No, go ahead. Go.
I was dancing. And
was it like a night in France or something like that? Okay, so it was another one. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You were dancing, girl? You were getting
it? Like this.
Let's not do that anymore, but go ahead.
And Victor was doing what he does best. Standing there. What'd you say?
Eating pastries. No.
He looked at the station. He was like, nah, that don't look good. So he didn't touch it. But he did tell me to go try it first to make sure it's fine. So it's whether or not if I'm going to die first and then he could try it. Like, I'm a fucking royal tester kind of a situation. You try it first and let's see. But the thing is that we always talked about it wouldn't work out well if anything ever happened to me. What would happen to Lou, because she wouldn't like she hates being there alone. Well, she doesn't hate it, but she's like, oh, please give me a bath, not daddy. Oh, I mean, please, because his is just like stand there. Okay, all righty, put your arms up. All right,
because he's uncomfortable.
Here, let's spray you down. All right, spread them. All right, good. All right, let me get the feet. Move your feet. All right, good.
He's like this.
Hey, he is. He's like, let's get it done. It's just like very surgical, and it's just all right, great. Does he wear a glove? Like sit in the.
Does he wear a glove?
No, he doesn't. But he probably would have if it was a different situation. But yeah, he's just like he's not like, let's sit there, paddle in the water. It's just like, all right, get your hands up. Let me give you for your fingers. Oh, you got dirt in your nails. Let's get those out.
Well, I hope he don't talk like that.
No. I think that's the voice, right? No. And he's just like, all right, let's get up. All right, let's go. All right, let's dry you off.
What were we talking about? How did we get to this from the educational gala?
The educational gala. Yeah, and that was it. And he just stood there, right? And I was just like, yeah. I was just like, I'm making it so it seems like we're having a good time. Just try to smile, okay?
Oh, my goodness.
And I was just like,
ew.
I did.
That's frightening.
Well, it's because of the fact that we had people that we knew, and I didn't want them to think that because of the look that Victor typically gives off and what they probably have their perception of him as being like.
That's their problem. Someone else's perception of you is not your responsibility.
It's not.
Let them think whatever they want to think.
But I was just like, just do this. I was like, as a sponsor, I was like, just do this, Victor. I was like, let's just pretend we're having a good time. And I just wanted to take advantage of it, honestly, because I don't get out, right? Me and my husband haven't had a date night since we went to your Christmas gathering. Before that,
the bar crawl.
Before that,
like
I think it was
Christmas.
when we all went out to Houston. That was it. That
But
was
we
the
had
last
oh,
time.
yeah. Oh, really?
That was it.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we have to do this again. But I also want to say big ups to Brian for making a Christmas bar crawl flyer. It was great.
Yeah.
Brian's
I love that.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
He just sucks because he's a Packers fan, but we're gonna leave that one alone. But
He
no,
does fucking suck.
Does suck. Go Bears. Woo!
Yes.
Go Bears. Go
Da
Birds.
Bears.
Da Bears.
Yeah.
Go Birds.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, ew.
Yeah.
That's how they sound in Wisconsin. But no, that's crazy. Do you guys schedule date nights, or is it just you just don't want to leave her?
But I literally just told him after that event is that it was nice, and hopefully the new person that we had, she seemed really nice. She's an older woman, which I enjoy, just because of like her calm spirit and things of that nature. It seemed like my daughter got along with her, but and a bitch didn't give my child salt.
I'm gonna get your baby salt.
She brought her some unicorn crayons.
Oh,
I know, and
it's
she
so
loved
cute.
it. Yeah,
I
yeah.
love the way you say crayons too.
Crayons?
Matt say crowns.
Crayons?
Yeah. Okay. So I was in crown.
Kink.
Crook.
Crook.
He say
Kink.
He say kink. He
Yeah.
say it's.
He says
no, but
crowns?
that ain't had nothing to do with him being white or nothing. That's geographical.
Yeah.
When I discovered it when I was in the police academy. Someone said him and the crowns or something, and I'm like, hand me a crown. And I was like, a crown? A crown? I said, like,
It's a Philly
I was
thing?
like, I don't have a crown. What are you looking for? Hand me that crown. I was like, there's no crown there. I'm like, they're like, the crown right there. And I said, the thing you put on top of your head?
Yeah.
They're like, no, the crown, the thing you color with. I said, oh, you mean crayon? And I think it's like a location thing because all of them there, they say crown, like crown.
Crown?
And I'm like, and then Maya says it.
No.
She says it, but I always say crayon around her, but she'll say crown. And I'm like, okay, this must be embedded in raggedy ass Philadelphian
Yeah, you're so
people.
silly.
So if I do have another child, we got to have what the hell? So when you said she bought her unicorn crayons, I was like, oh, it's so nice to hear crayons and pop.
Yes, and I say pop all the time, right?
Yeah, I don't say soda. I say pop.
I say pop. That's so funny. Oh, Lou made me so happy when she said this thing to me when I was picking her up from school one day. She was like, oh, no.
Like a Canadian?
Yes, it was so cute, but it was
Oh.
just because it's so close to like Midwest. She was like, oh, no, mommy, what are we going to do? I'm like, oh, no.
See, that's that suburban shit. We don't talk like that in the city.
Yeah. But I loved it. I was just like, that's right, baby. You keep that Midwest in you. It's still in you somewhere.
Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
awful.
At least it's not a fucking.
At least it's not a what? I can't understand you.
North Carolina. Sorry,
Whatever's in her cup, somebody take it away.
Yeah. Victor has. Oh, I remember when
I'm
we
about
first.
to fall on this floor.
Girl, I remember when we first started dating, and I was telling him, I was like, "Oh, I can't talk to you late at night because then your accent starts to come out like late, and it annoys me. So I don't think we." Can
Bro,
talk.
you give him so much shit all the time. You be like,
He's
oh,
so
they do that there.
rude.
Oh, they do that there.
Bro,
Like, not
he's
from
so
about where
rude.
he from. Like, you be like, oh, they do that there. Oh, that's that crazy. Someone so shit. Oh, that's that blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, leave that man alone. Leave him alone.
You know he's so rude.
He is rude. Both of y'all are fucked up.
I know, and somehow we're together.
Because you deserve each other. Misery loves company.
He says that all the time. I'm like, is that how it works? And I'm like, I guess so.
Y'all were meant to be together. The good Lord said, ooh, I made a mistake. He gonna
You
be
know what?
alone
Put two
forever.
mistakes
Let me
together."
make this one too.
Yep. Put a bow, and then we got a sweet little bear.
And get
And a sweet little bear from her.
that's adorable.
I know. And then she takes my side all the time. She was like, Daddy, don't do that to mommy.
Oh,
And he was just like, it wasn't her. I was like, it was me. She was like, oh, okay.
okay. Nah, mommy, don't do that to daddy.
She always come to bat for me.
See, that's why I want a son though. So I feel like my son, if I ever have a
You
son.
want me to get you one off of Amazon?
No, bitch, I do not. If you don't, ooh, no, I tell Matt all the time, I'm like, can we do a petri dish to make sure it's a boy? He's like, no. He's like, I won't do that. I was like, please. He was like, we don't have that issue.
Kids to get one.
Bro, I'm not doing it. But he's like, no. He's like, I want the fastest swimmer to win. If that's a girl, then that's what we have. And he was like, I don't want no weak boy. I don't want a weak son. And I was like, but if we take all the Y chromosomes and put it in a petri dish, he won't necessarily be weak. He'll be the strongest of all the Ys. He says, yeah, but he'll be a weak boy compared to my girls. I want the strongest, not the fastest, the strongest swimmer to win. I'm like, you are kidding me. But someone told me that the boy chromosomes, the Y chromosomes, they swim faster. They're very fast. So if you do it, like, let's say your ovulation's 5 days, and then you have sex on the first day you're ovulating, the boys will get, like, the ovulation before the egg actually drops, like the potential days, the boy will get there and be gone before the egg has actually dropped and not implanted, but like landed, and the girls will still be swimming there. And they're like, oh, here we are. We'll strike it home here. But they said, so if you want a boy, you should have sex exactly on the day your app says the egg has dropped, and then do it so the egg's right there. And speaking of that, then I'm done, because this pissed me off.
Oh, no.
I saw something on Instagram. It's like, I am a woman. I have the egg. I choose. It is not the man who chooses. It is not the X or the Y. No, it is not the X or the Y chromosome. I have the egg. I'm a strong woman. I decide who I let in. That is who I choose to. If you don't shut your feministic ass the fuck up, sit down. Sit down. It don't always have to be a strong woman versus a man everything. Like, this is starting to get on my nerves. Like, it is taken away from the feminine energy. Like, it is men in their sperm, they have X and they have Y. We have X. We can only give one. They can give two. The sperm determines the sex of the baby. Just let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go. That's how I feel. I'm done. That just made me think about that. I'm dramatic as hell. There's that.
It's okay.
What you do that for? My bell?
That was my bell.
You want to see mine?
I'm going to bejewel my bell.
Here, you can hear my bell. Go ahead and hit it.
I feel like I'm ready to check in.
You can ring my bell. Ring my bell. My bell. Ring-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. All right, I'm done talking.
Okay, cool.
Y'all be blessed.
Thank you so much for checking in with us this week. We'll see you next time. Bye. This is Genuine BS with Brittany and Shana.
Oh, I'm here with Brittany.
Oh, the Brittany part. There she is, ringing her bell.
And Shana.
And Shana. Ta.